Hey, how's it going, guys? I'm Paradoxic, and welcome to the Suicide Squad. Welcome to the Suicide Squad, my official movie reaction for DC's The Suicide Squad. Been looking forward to this for a long time, this movie for a long time, for various different reasons. Character, story, kind of like an awesome looking sequel. The trailers have looked very promising. As they've been coming out, so that's really fun. And I think since release, I've been hearing literally overwhelmingly positive reviews. I mean, I want to say there's no bad reviews, but I personally haven't seen any bad reviews. I've literally not even seen like a single person saying like, "Oh, this movie wasn't all that. It was kind of boring. It was this or that." Everyone is like talking nonstop about how much they enjoyed it and what they loved in, of course, non-spoilery fashions and everything. So it's done nothing but motivate me even more to watch this movie. And I think people are saying it might just it's easily like one of the best superhero films of the year too. And I think it's crazy to think we're already halfway through 2021. Like that is like time still in my head. Time does not run in a straight line or anything. It's not. That's not just me trying to make like some kind of wibbly wobbly Doctor Who timey wimey joke. Like it literally like time since last year. Like time has just not been running in my head properly. So to think we're already halfway through 2021 is just nuts. So yeah, but I think we've had Black Widow already. Black Widow. I'd also did a movie reaction to that. That was phenomenal. I loved that to bits, and I've seen it like 3 more times since then, not counting watching it through editing the reaction too. So that was amazing. And I think Suicide Squad, the Suicide Squad. Been looking forward to it for a long time. Got like a little bit of an update to my shelf. Got a bit of an update to my pop collection, which now brings it up to a grand total of two pops. But I did in fact get this in preparation because I wasn't entirely sure if I was going to do a movie reaction to this. But in the end, I think I don't know how soon I might go to the theater to watch it. I mean, I definitely want to catch like a theater viewing of this as well, like just for that experience. But then I was like, the chance of me doing that as soon as it comes out is unlikely. So I might as well try and get a movie reaction out of the way and actually get to it, so I can actually peruse the internet without any fear or anxiety about spoilers. So yeah, I think I figured I think this is one of the last. I think this is either one of the last or the very last kind of superhero movie this year that's actually going to get like a home release as well. So why not share the reaction? Why not share the emotions that pretty much the vast majority of other people are actually feeling about this movie, and actually share that, and share something for the movie too. So yeah, the Suicide Squad. I think the first one, personally, was not the biggest fan of it. I didn't hate it, so to speak, but I just didn't really kind of walk away feeling as satisfied as I think I probably should have. I think some people did enjoy it, and more power to you if you did. And then, I mean, there are others who actually hated it and swore never to watch it again, and others who are pretty neutral. But yeah, I mean, there were highlights for sure. I think especially character-wise, there are a few highlights here and there, and like some kind of cool moments. But overall, I just didn't really I think even for that one, like the trailers looked okay, and the trailers actually kind of made me feel intrigued to check out the movie. But then afterwards, I was just like, probably not going to watch it again. Probably might give it a year or two or something else. Or if I'm actually bored at any other time, then I might give it another watch. But I think I've actually watched it twice. I think once, and then once more 2 years later. But then DC movies. I think the DCEU movies are kind of far and few between when it comes to good ones, and actual kind of rewatchable ones too. I think for me, most of them have been kind of pretty enjoyable. Birds of Prey especially, I love Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey was my first official ever kind of movie reaction on the channel, and just in general too. I also again reactions. I think I reacted that last year for Reacticon. I reacted to Birds of Prey, so that was just, I can't tell you how much I love that. And I especially love Harley's jump and growth as a character from Suicide Squad to Birds of Prey is just easily just boosted her to one of my all-time favorite kind of comic book characters too. So it's just amazing. And Margot Robbie, just, there are not enough good things you can say about Margot Robbie as an actress and as an actual portrayer of Harley Quinn, or even as a person. So she's just beyond amazing. She's beyond amazing. So her portrayal of Harley Quinn is definitely one of the things I'm actually here to see again. I think to my knowledge, this does take place after Birds of Prey, and we still don't have any news on a Birds of Prey sequel, so I don't know what WB are doing, but they need to jump on that train pronto. But, I mean, this is some new live-action Harley Quinn content, so I am automatically here for it. But yeah, I've heard great things about the movie. Again, like I said, I think I've heard there are a lot of highlights, and I think especially two characters I don't stop hearing about are Polka Dot Man and especially Ratcatcher 2 as well. So I think those are respectively played by David Dastmalchian, who was also Abracadabra on The Flash, and also I think her name is Daniela Melchior. I trust I'm not butchering that name. If I am, then forgive me. But I think Daniela Melchior plays Ratcatcher 2, and she's been endlessly praised for her performance and for her character. So I'm very, very much looking forward to both of them and just seeing what's there in general. I think returning characters too are Harley Quinn, Rick Flag, and Captain Boomerang. Those are the ones I know of, and of course Viola Davis as Amanda Waller too, her being the one to bring all these people together under the threat of controlled murder via neck bombs, so she's coming back too. But then we do have a bunch of other characters coming in. Bloodsport, played by Idris Elba. We have Peacemaker as well, played by John Cena, so that's cool. And I think one that definitely intrigued me was Peter Capaldi as the Thinker. I mean, the Thinker being in this intrigued me alone, that alone intrigued me. But then Peter Capaldi joining the DCEU, playing the Thinker too, that one definitely caught my attention too. I think I wasn't too aware of Peter Capaldi before Doctor Who. Like his kind of skills and his kind of talent as an actor was definitely kind of boosted for me watching him in Doctor Who. Like his time during which he was phenomenal. So I can only imagine how good he is going to be as a Thinker. And I trust he is playing Clifford DeVoe too. I don't know if there's any other, because I think the Clifford DeVoe Thinker from The Flash is the only kind of version of the character I'm really familiar with. So I think I'm trusting he goes by the same name in this, and he's not just using the Thinker alias or anything like that. But either way, I am looking forward to seeing what he's like too, and especially because he's I think to my knowledge he's not even much of a fighter either. He probably could fight if he wanted, but then his actual kind of prowess comes from his actual enhanced mental intellect and everything. So it's going to be interesting seeing how he actually how he cooperates with the rest of the team and how far he gets to. So we have him, and of course Polka Dot Man and Ratcatcher 2, and then we have King Shark too. I'm very excited to see King Shark. I love him so much in Harley Quinn, the animated series. The animated series too, Harley Quinn is so great. So seeing King Shark in that, he's he's just hilarious, and he's so kind of witty and just an amazing character overall. So seeing him in this, I think Sylvester Stallone is who plays him in this. I mean, at least Sylvester does the voiceover for him in this. So I am very, very excited to see King Shark in this and to seeing how he kind of meshes with the rest of the team, and how I think this movie is because of how many characters are in this, but also how different they are from each other. I think easily seeing how how their personalities mesh is going to be one of the most fun things about the movie. So very excited to see how that goes down. And then I think we do have others. I think we have Weasel, and we have someone that Pete Davidson plays, and then we have Nathan Fillion playing someone. So I think one of the kind of more common theories that came out upon seeing the cast list and character list for the movie was okay, who's going to die? Because you can't really have a cast list this big without offing a few people down the line. Of course, it's called the Suicide Squad, so some people have to die either through sacrifice or through actually getting their heads blown off by Amanda Waller or something, or even by Rick Flag because he has the remote thing on his hand and everything. So I think I think I have a few ideas in my head already, but I'm not going to say it just now in case is this like a jinxing thing or anything like that. But I think that there are some characters I can see being more expendable than others and being more kind of having less screen time for whatever reason. But either way, I'm curious to see how this stuff actually all goes down and who actually does make it to the end. So that should be fun. And yeah, we have Starro. So Starro the Starfish is the villain. So that is so Starro is the villain for this one. I think they mentioned in the trailer it was actually something called Project Starfish that the Suicide Squad were actually kind of enlisted to actually kind of delete any evidence of. So I think killing Starro is one thing, but also actually wiping out any records of Starro ever having existed or being, because I mean, to my knowledge, I think Starro is actually an alien, so I don't know if there's actually like some like alien experimentation going on, or if they've changed it up for this and decided to make it something else. But either way, cool to see Starro. I think I've only ever encountered Starro in the DC Universe online video game. Like in that one, Starro was in Central City, and I mean, I never actually played in like much of the story, but fast traveling to Central City, finding Starro all over the Flash Museum was quite the visual. So not really kind of familiar with what Starro's powers are or what like they can do or then anything like that. So gonna be cool to see how that goes down. But they are giant. He is a freaking giant starfish. So experimentation or alien stuff or maybe a mixture of both. I think only time will tell. So yeah, and yeah, I think that, again, this does take place post Birds of Prey, so I am very eager to see how Harley has grown since then, and how much more of her, like how different of her, how different of a version of her we can get to see in this movie, and seeing like if this holds any hints as to whether or not we'll see a Birds of Prey sequel or a sequel from this that has Harley in it as well, in like another Birds of Prey style thing, because I think technically, Birds of Prey was like a sequel, was like a character sequel for Harley from Suicide Squad. So I think if this one actually leads some open ends for Harley and then gives us a sequel from this, then all the more power. Look, as long as we get a Harley sequel, I'm good. As long as we get a Harley and or a Birds of Prey sequel, I'm golden. I'm golden. So yeah. That is pretty much all I've got for this one. I don't really think there's much left to mention. I think I've mentioned that this is also like the last kind of superhero movie to actually get a kind of home release as well. So every other movie, I think like Shang-Chi, Eternals, Spider-Man, I think Venom as well. Like those are all like exclusively theatrical. I mean, I think I'm hearing some of them might be like a little bit delayed, but other than that, like studios are actually pushing to go back to exclusively theatrical releases too, and especially after the whole stuff with Disney and Scarlett Johansson, it's like I think studios now are actually going to push more to try and avoid that kind of kerfuffle. So yeah, but yeah, that's pretty much all I have in terms of kind of reaction specs. So on to the actual movie. Onto the movie reaction for Suicide Squad. So as always, for fair use, this will just be the highlights and the best bits of the movie and of my reaction too. But if you guys want to watch the entire movie with me, if you want to watch the entire unedited reaction to the movie, then that reaction will be over on Patreon, so you can go catch that over there. You just need your own copy of the movie and you can sync it up and it'll be good to go. So yeah, it should be fun. It should be just as much fun. But yeah, on to the Suicide Squad 2021. Let's go.
Hey guys, sorry
Funny! Oh god, that jacket. I love that look. I love that outfit. Yeah, the jacket. All leather. Yeah.
He's an expert in weapons and hand-to-hand combat.
Yeah, well, I'm putting 20 on him that he's gonna bite it.
Oh, they're doing a Deadpool? Oh, they're doing a Deadpool?
I love your accent.
American women all love accents.
We do. Because we don't got none.
Live fast, die clown. Oh god, Weasel. Yeah, Weasel. Oh god. Can Weasel swim? Can Weasel swim?
Did anyone check whether Weasel could swim?
Did you check it? You had one job. Did you check whether Weasel could swim? Oh god. Is this how we lose Weasel? Is Weasel gonna drown?
The Weasel is dead! I repeat, the Weasel is dead!
That's how we lose.
Approach the shore.
No way is that how we lose Weasel. We cannot lose him to drowning of all things. No, that is actual. Come on now. That is just actual BS. That is actual BS. What the hell is this? Oh! Okay, Blackguard is gone then.
Blackguard sold us out.
Oh, this is Corto Maltese. Oh, jeez, yeah. Oh, brains out. Brains out. Oh, God, I love how gory this is going to be. I love how gory this is going to be.
Colonel dispatched the detachable kid. DDK!
The detachable... Oh, that's what it is. The detachable kid.
The detachable kid?
What can he detach? What is... He can detach his He can detach his limbs. What's it? Is he just... Got to be careful, you don't get shot. What? We just lost Oh no, that was Boomerang even, not Flag, that was Boomerang. We just... Javelin. Monga. Oh, sweet Jesus. Oh, there we go. Oh, goodbye, Savant. Goodbye, Savant. Jesus. Weasel, nah. I actually can't even forgive him for Weasel's death. That was actually the worst. Yep, oh, this guy just, yeah. I love how gory this is too. I mentioned it before. I love how, like how much more graphic James Gunn is willing to be with this one. Oh, that's definitely Savant's. That's definitely Savant's hair. That's definitely Savant's hair.
Next time you want to nick something, you take a partner, and they can be your lookout.
That's your advice.
Yeah.
I care that you got caught for stealing something as stupid as a fucking TV watch!
Oh boy.
He does exactly what I do, but better. I was hit
But
my target
better.
dead center.
I hit them more in the center.
I
I used smaller bullets.
What?
King Shark, yes. King Shark.
Some people claim that Nanawe is a descendant of an ancient
Nanawe.
shark god.
Yeah.
Whatever the case, he's strong and deadly.
The descendant of the shark god.
Enjoy books so much.
Be a mite careful.
I just woke up. I don't
That's a
function well
mood.
early in the morning.
My deepest
That's a
apologies
fucking
for
mood right there. I can already tell. I'm already gonna tell when I love her. I can already tell.
This is Sebastian. Say hello.
Sebastian. Sup?
In the rat's hand.
Oh, Sebastian. Oh, he's so cute. Yeah, I bet he's deadly too. Deadly and cute.
What does he do? Throw polka dots at people?
Pretty much.
He does. He throws polka dots at people.
took control of the Corto Maltese government in a violent military
Okay.
coup. The entire Herrera family were hanged in a public execution.
Damn. Just like the
Although United States
Romanovs.
did not condone the Gaius Greaves, the thinker.
Oh, Gaius
The geneticist in
Greaves.
charge
Okay,
of
not
Project
Clifford DeVoe.
And
Yes, that is your hand, Nanawe. Very good.
No, no way. Oh, God.
I hope so.
Fuck's sake.
Now. Great. I love that. I love those very, very uniquely done title cards. Yeah.
But if this whole beach was completely covered in dick, and somebody said I'd eat every dick until the beach was clean for liberty, I would say no problemo.
Why would someone put penises all over the beach?
Who knows why mad people do? You know what I did?
Carry it for.
Ever? Oh.
Carry it for who? For what? What the heck? Who am I supposed to carry it for?
Oh, Jesus, what is happening to Polka Dot Man? That is just so... Polka dots are growing out of him. Oh, the hell. Did he just... Did he release them? Did he release them? He released them. Ah, Sebastian. Oh, no! No, 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 wait, no, no, wait, no, no, wait, no, no, wait, no, no. Oh, God. No. Oh, jeez. No eating your teammates are wise.
How deep of a sleeper are you?
Hungry.
Yeah, don't eat Sebastian.
Bastard!
Oh. Oh. Oh, she's summoning rats. She can summon rats.
Don't calm down with the rats.
What?
I have a thing with rats.
You have a thing.
He
with
hates
rats.
rats.
You laughing at me for, man? Why the fuck are you in your underwear? Tighty whiteys? Really?
Now that's just racist.
No, it's not.
On. Bloodsport's got a rat phobia.
Bloodsport's afraid of rats, yeah. Oh, he's just offering you a leaf.
Leaf to show you
Sebastian!
Why the fuck would I want to leave? Just get the rats out of here!
Oh god. Oh, Ratcatch is so awesome. Yeah, Ratcatch is awesome. Yeah, that's so cool. She actually has like a little torch she can use to summon rats.
I know friends.
Oh, he doesn't have any
I have
friends.
no friends.
Well, you do now. The Suicide Squad are your friends. The team is your friends.
If you did, would you eat them?
No.
No. There we go.
Then can we be your friends?
Come on. He's obviously lying.
Shut up, Peacemaker.
Friends.
Great. The first friendship of the movie. Yeah.
You are no idiot.
I cherish peace with all my heart. I don't care how many men, women, and children I need to kill to get it.
Oh, that's the right idea, Peace. Oh, there we go. You're not his friend. You're not his friend. You're not friends. Okay, Bloodsport. Yeah, nice. Does he have bullets then? Was it bullets or darts? Oh, jeez. Oh my god. Oh. Oh, damn. Oh. Oh, flamethrower. Oh, he has a flamethrower. Or like a mini flamethrower. Yeah, and silenced pistols. Oh. Okay, I didn't see anything, but I'm like 80% sure that guy had no underwear. I didn't see anything, but yeah, I'm pretty sure. God.
No one likes to show off. Unless what they're showing off is dope as fuck.
Oh god, these two are awesome. Jeez, oh. Polka dots. Polka dots. Oh, melting polka dots. Melting polka dots.
This is Sol Soria. She's the leader of the freedom fighters, the resistance trying to take down the current government.
They just took
saved
down
my
the
life.
resistance. Oh god, they've been killing resistance members.
Why did my people not alert me of your arrival?
We didn't see any people. I didn't see anybody. There's no one out here.
I turned them into my mother in my head and killed them.
Oh god, they've been killing resistance.
Is that rat waving at me?
Yeah, he's Sebastian. He's a friendly rat. Yeah. Is he wearing a tracksuit? He's wearing a tracksuit. Oh boy, it can reproduce.
It's having little babies. Extensions of itself.
So asexual reproduction.
They take
yeah.
hosts. And those hosts in turn become part of the central being.
Oh, and yeah, he can control people. I think he can actually control people with his little starfish too.
Harley Quinn's fire and rebellion in the face of American oppression is something to which my entire country aspires.
Are they gonna get together or something? Is that where they're headed with this? Are they gonna get together? Oh, birds! So many birds.
You are perfect.
You were so freaking hot.
Okay. Oh wow, starting a fire too. Damn.
Dares to say a negative word about their new presidente, their parents, their children, and anyone they ever loved will be sent to Jotunheim to feed the beast.
Cool.
I'm sorry.
Oh boy.
Recently, I made a promise to myself that the next time I got a boyfriend, I'd be on the lookout for red flags, and if I saw any, then I would murder him.
Good plan. Good, very good plan. That is a
And killing kids.
big burning red flag.
Kind of a
Yeah,
red flag.
flaming red flag. Yeah. Oh,
I
jeez.
know what you're trying to say. Harley, why not just leave? When your taste in men is as bad as mine, they don't just go away quietly. They slash your tires and they kill your dogs and tell you that the music you like ain't real music at all, and all the cruelty tears you apart after a while.
Mientras jugaba con sus pájaros.
Oh, they're burning the place. They're burning the oh, you can't kill the birds. Please, not the birds.
Presidente Suarez.
I carry a friend.
It's okay, Nanawe.
It's an interdimensional virus.
An interdimensional virus.
Fuck is that?
My mother was a scientist at Star Labs, and she was obsessed with turning me and my brothers and sisters into superheroes.
Ah.
And your mom? Where is she now?
Everywhere.
Oh, jeez, wow, he really visualizes everyone, even King Shark. No, he really visualizes everyone as his mother. Num. Num. Oh, he num-nummed. He num-nummed.
Are you Milton?
Oh, you're going to wear a disguise.
Yeah.
Hey, he's learning
See.
What kind of disguise?
Fake mustache.
Fake mustache.
Fake mustache isn't gonna cut it, mate.
Hey, Shark with a mustache would be pretty cool. Shark with a mustache would be a pretty cool look.
Exactly like yourself. Worst fake mustache I've ever seen. This shark-shaped bloke with a mustache creeping up on us like that.
Oh, boy. Fuck. Oh. Oh, Sebastian. Oh.
He always wants to be near you.
I love these people. Oh, Ratcatcher looks good in that dress. Yeah, so colourful. Mm.
He built the machines I employed today and taught me the secrets of calling the rats.
Mm.
And they kept us warm at nights when we would...
Is that Taika Waititi? That's Taika Waititi.
When I was a lad, if I didn't finish a task right, he would dole out the punishment. And one day he just locked me in a crate for 24 hours. And it was full of starving rats.
Ay.
As imperfect my father was, he loved me. I wish I could give that to you.
Don't you worry, I'm gonna get you out of here alive.
I'm going to get you out of here alive.
Good. Pom Clementif. That's Pom Clementif. Yeah, damn. So first Taika Waititi, now Pom Clementif.
Forgot the rat.
Oh, the rat wants a drink too. Team 2 is awesome. Team 2 is just... Oh, God. Oh, he just sees everyone as... Is that like a default thing then? Does he just automatically see everyone as his mother? Does he really see every single person as his mother? Because that is... Yeah.
Do you want a dozen angry rodents crawling up your ass?
My handsome man will be what you expect.
Would it be yes? Really? I mean...
On one.
Oh, there we go. One blow. 3 in 1. Yeah. Oh, nicely placed. Oh boy.
Let's go to Jotunheim.
Operation Jotunheim.
There's something we gotta take care of first.
Operation Harley. Yeah, get Harley. Yeah, Operation Harley. Then Operation Jotunheim. Yeah, you do the mission together as a team.
How many meta-powered teammates arrived with you to Corto Maltese?
69.
69? How could you get 69 troops into the...
Yeah, it's a funny number. Where's your plant-powered, plant-controlling girlfriend when you need her? Ah, she's awake. One guy left. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Yeah. Choco, baby. Oh. Those are some strong thighs. God damn. Keys, yes. Oh, very nimble toes. Keys. There we go. God damn. Yes. Inject this into my veins. That's right. Give it to me. Oh, yes. Yes, 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 yes. Oh, God. Let those bullets fly. Oh, beautiful. Just just beautiful. Just beautiful. Oh, nice. Yes. Oh god, that's amazing. That's amazing. Oh. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy.
Ratatouille, what do you got?
A ratatouille.
Third floor, hallways clear.
Bird.
Bird.
Now it. Get off the comp.
Yeah. Oh.
I'm so sorry. Harley Quinn.
Bloodsport.
Great, now Operation Jotunheim. Now Operation Jotunheim. God damn it, the title cards are so well done.
If you mismatch blacks, you die.
No.
Mismatch blacks.
Covering your mouth.
Harley, those last
Yeah, that last one, important, do not do that.
Probably don't need to say this, but that isn't an invitation for you to cough with.
Yeah.
We're gonna need you to drive the mission.
Yeah, no.
Oh, Milton wants to be part of the team.
I love the rain. It's like angels are splooching all over us.
It's good for
That's one way to put it, yeah. Team 2. Oh, jeez, arrow through the eyes. Oh, so he does have arrows. He has like arrows and like a pull string on his arm. Yeah. Oh, boy. Oh, terrifying. Terrifying.
No.
Oh, he modelled it.
Peacemaker.
Oh, that's supposed to be Peacemaker.
That's actually very nice.
That's supposed to be, he modelled it into Peacemaker. Oh god, I love King Shark. I love him. I love him so much. Oh, Jesus, they've been sawn in half. Well, you didn't mention people were sent to the beast to be devoured and stuff. Yeah.
The father of powerful men through every age. Dissidents, journalists, political rivals.
Just enemies.
And their loved ones.
Oh, wow. Ooh.
Oh, please. Your government sent you here to cover up their part in it.
You're a goddamn liar.
American goddamn astronauts, Von Starro.
American
Yankee
astronauts.
fucking doodle dandies. Your government saw the potential in weaponizing such a powerful beast. But banish the thought of any such experiments being held on American soil.
This time these sons of bitches are gonna be held to account.
Oh,
I
God.
can't let you do that, Colonel. Excuse me? I'm truly sorry. Miss Waller charged me with making sure those records don't leave this building.
Should've known. They experimented on children.
No one is saying what they did was right.
They experimented on children!
That information gets out, it causes an international incident. Keeping the peace is worth any price.
Oh god, Cleo. Oh god, Cleo told me she's okay. Tell me Cleo survives. If Cleo doesn't survive this movie, I'm gonna rank it really fucking low. R.I.P. Thinker. R.I.P. Thinker. Come on, Sebastian. Yeah, Sebastian, move. Don't you down me, buddy. Don't you be down on me now.
We gotta calm down.
That is one giant eyeball. Yeah.
Let's talk about this. I didn't mean to hurt you!
Oh yeah. Oh, jeez. Yeah, tearing and then splattering. Oh god. Oh god. Oh, that's such a cool shot. That's a really, really cool shot. Jeez, he's like a super soldier. Oh. Oh. Oh, 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 God, flag, oh, no, oh, his heart, flag, no. Oh, no flag!
What a joke.
Oh, flag, please! Cleo, run! Run! Run!
Sorry, kid.
It's time jump! I don't want time jumps! I didn't think we'd actually be saying goodbye to Flag. I didn't think we'd lose Flag. Oh god. No. No, now he's in his habitat now. He's in his natural habitat, yeah.
New dumb friends.
New dumb friends, Nah. Oh no. Oh, Milton. Oh, Milton.
They killed Milton! Milton was still with us?
Yeah.
Where did you think he was? I don't know. I thought he stayed back with the bus.
No, he came
What
with
was
you.
Milton gonna do?
Somebody named Milton has been with us the whole time.
Yes!
I don't think so. I think I would have noticed if a guy named Milton's been with us. It's not a very common name. I don't think I've ever even met Milton.
Oh, the bombs. That's how the bombs get set off. Oh. Oh, Bloodsport. Bloodsport. Friends. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, these are bad friends. Oh no, tell me we're not losing King Shark to his new friends. Oh boy, oh boy. Yeah, the whole building's coming down. Jotunheim is falling. Jotunheim is falling. Nanaue. Oh. Tell me Nanaue survived that fall. Oh no, no, no. Oh, bulletproof skin, bulletproof skin. Oh, now he's angry. He's an angry Sharky. Oh. Oh, Jesus, eyes. Oh, jeez, he's just munching on the dude's head. He's just munching on his head. Oh. Polka Dot. Harley. Bloodsport. Okay. Oh. Oh. Bloodsport. Oh. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no no no. Oh. 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 Oh, he's just falling floor by floor. He's just falling floor by floor. His knees can take that stuff. His knees and ankles can take that. Yes, kill Peacemaker. Come on, Bloodsport, kill Peacemaker, kill Kill Peacemaker. Kill Peacemaker. You put Superman in the ICU, you can take Peacemaker. Oh. Oh. Oh, but Peacemaker's bullets are smaller though. Peacemaker's bullets are smaller, aren't they? Oh yeah, they are. Oh wait, no. Bloodsport's bullets are smaller. Yeah, wait. I thought it was Peacemaker's bullets that were smaller. Or was it Bloodsport's? Maybe it's Bloodsport's. Maybe it's Bloodsport's.
You wanted to share this with the press. It's proof the American government was behind Project Starfish the whole time.
Yeah, keep that on you. Hey, Nanaue, how you doing? Yeah, just finishing up dinner, or lunch. Finishing up your lunch. Oh, Jesus. Whoa, indeed. Don't step on Harley. Don't step on Harley. Don't step on Harley. Suicide Squad versus Star of the Conqueror. Ah, Jesus. Oh, God, sending out millions of starfish. Sending out millions of starfish. Don't let them hug your face. Yeah, mask on. Oh no. Oh god. No, Cleo, come on. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Cover the face, cover your face. Oh god. No. No, it doesn't attach to an way. It doesn't attach to an way.
La Guardia. It's Project Starfish, Miss Waller. It's headed towards the city, and I think it wants to feed on as many people as it can.
Oh, the doggo. The doggo. Remind me of crypto. The doggo remind me of crypto.
If anything, the White House will consider fomenting disruption in a hostile nation a positive development.
You're gonna let them all die? Those are innocent people. Innocent civilians who are about to get killed. Oh. You can't let them do this.
You heard what she said.
You can't let them do this. Come on, Bloodsport. You can't let them. There is still some good left in you. There is still some. Just a little bit. Just enough. Just enough. Just enough to do some good. That's it. That's it.
I knew Sebastian sensed good for a reason.
Yeah.
Keep that fucking rat away from me.
Ratcatcher is also efficient. Yes!
Ratcatcher, turn around.
Hell no. Nanaue, yeah, he's following his friends. He's following his friends. Go on, Polka Dot Man, do some good. Be the hero. Be a hero.
Turn around now, goddammit! You dumb pieces of shit! Motherfucker! Goddammit! Task Force X! This is your last motherfucking warning!
Oh!
Oh my god! What the fuck did you do?
She just took out Amanda Waller.
All those people, John. Little kids. The creature is headed to Calle Principal.
Great.
Avoid Avenida Medrano in form of infected.
Great.
So your clearest path is Calle Aguero?
And now they're helping them.
Get on the satellite dial, you fucking dickhead!
Yeah. Oh god. So many awesome people. So many good-hearted people in this movie. Yeah. Oh damn! Oh! Nice. Hey! Dude's got some sci-fi shit. He's got some real sci-fi stuff.
Harley, take the high ground. Now wait, monster, he's num.
Yeah, num.
Monster num.
Monster num. It's dinner time, baby. It's your mum. The starfish is your mum. The starfish is. Oh my goodness. Oh, there you go. Melt away those star legs. Melt away the fish legs. They all feel it. They all feel it.
I'm a motherfucking super.
Polka Dot Man. Polka Dot Man. No, we actually lost Polka Dot Man. Oh god. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, please tell me Ratcatcher can live. Ratcatcher and Bloodsport, please.
This city isn't yours. This city isn't ours.
Call the rats.
This
Call
city
the
is
rats.
theirs.
Call, summon the rats. Summon the rats. Oh yes. Summon the rats. Bring in the rats. Bring in the rats. That's a lot of rats. Those are so many rats. I love Ratcatcher. I love Ratcatcher. I love Ratcatcher. She's my favorite. She's my favorite. Oh god. An intergalactic starfish gets taken down by rats. By millions of hungry rats. Jeez. Oh, Sebastian, he's leading the charge. Sebastian's leading the charge. Yes.
Rats are the lowliest and most despised of all creatures, my love. If they have purpose, so do we all.
He would be so proud. Her father would be so proud of her. He would be so proud. Go for the eye, straight in the eye. Oh, straight in the eyeball. Oh wow, she went in. Sebastian! Yeah, feast on those nerve endings and optical stuff. It's dinner time for you boys and girls. God damn.
I was happy, floating, staring at the stars.
Oh, God. So Starro wasn't even the villain of this. The US government. The governments of the world are the real villains of this story. Sebastian. Oh no, Paul, that's Polka Dot Man. That's Polka Dot Man, yeah, Polka Dot Man.
Oh, that's just now if you kill any one of us, or my daughter ever sees the inside of a prison, it goes public.
Damn.
If we all go free, it never has to see the light of day.
I told you I'd make you a leader, Dubois. You got a deal.
Yeah, that whoever hit her is gonna get fired. Yeah, I mean, pretty sure the entire squad's gonna get fired. She killed the FBI agents in the last movie anyway, so these guys are doomed. Hug friends, hug friends.
Flag was my friend.
Mine too. I haven't got many of those.
I could be your friend, Milton.
Not my name.
Milton died.
We just had a conversation for like 3 hours about how your name is Milton.
Milton died. He was the dead guy on the floor. He's a friend. Sebastian is a friend. Sebastian is a friend. He can do it. He did it. He did it. He conquered his fear. Sebastian is friend. Oh god, is that the end? Is that the end? Oh no, that's not the end. Is Weasel still alive? Really? Weasel is still alive? Really? Weasel is actually still alive. He missed everything and he's still alive. Just waddles off. God damn it, that's the... Oh, there's post-credits.
Said they found him in the rubble.
There's post-credits.
They were shocked his heart was still beating. It'll take some surgery, but eventually we'll get him back up to speed.
Not Peacemaker, no. They found Peacemaker.
We double-crossed her and she's getting back at us by saddling us with this
Oh, they actually found this dickhead.
I heard he was sort of a hero down in Corto Maltese.
No, he was not.
Because not quite.
Oh, God.
Just to save the fucking world, that's all.
Do we have to? Do we have to have him back, really? Do we have to have Peacemaker back, really? Could he not have just died in the fucking rubble? God damn it. Oh my god. Oh my god. God, Jesus Christ. That was incredible. That movie was just wow. That was incredible. Knocked me right off my feet. Smacked me off my feet. Knocked my socks off. Had me doing double flips and everything, and crashing into walls. That was just such a good, it's such a good experience, and it's such a good movie. And it does so many things right with the characters, with the story, with music, the pacing, just everything about it is enjoyable. Pretty much everything, like every damn thing about it is enjoyable and stuff. So it's just so good. Just right, I have like 2 pages of notes. I have 2 full pages of notes because they couldn't all fit on one page, and also because I'm terrible at actually proportioning my notes in an organized manner. So I have 2 full pages of notes. And James Gunn, just hats off to James Gunn. He did a phenomenal job with this. He did a phenomenal freaking job with this, and so much of how this was filmed and edited and directed and acted and everything, like it reminds me so much of what I loved about Birds of Prey too. Like not just with Harley Quinn, but just in terms of actual character work overall, in terms of the cinematography, in terms of how he had the characters teamed off, and how he had the characters going up against each other, and just everything a lot of what he did reminded me of what was actually so well done by Kathy Yan in Birds of Prey. And I think it makes sense that with this being somewhat of a sequel to it makes sense that with this being a sequel to that, in terms of actually taking place after Birds of Prey, he would still James would still try and build off of Kathy Yan's Birds of Prey in some way, and actually try and take some inspiration from it, and actually try and maintain that sense of familiarity and continuity. So hats off to him for that, and hats off to Kathy for introducing us to this whole kind of aesthetic and everything with Birds of Prey, and then having making it easier for James to actually kind of bounce right off of that kind of thing in this one. So this was just wow. I enjoyed this so much more. I mean, not to bash on the first one, but this one is just this one is leagues above. This one is easily leagues above the first one, and it's just so much more enjoyable as both a DC movie and as a superhero movie too. So it's a great time, and it's a great mentality to be invested and engaged, and to be a fan of both, to be a fan of Marvel and DC. It's a great time, a great kind of mentality. When you enjoy the best of both worlds, you get the best of both worlds, and this is easily one of my favorite entries in the DCEU, in the entire DCEU. Easily one of my favorite entries. Easily one of my absolute favorite entries. So yeah, but James Gunn, he did so much right with this. He actually, I think he also he executed the whole kind of death thing surprisingly well too. I think going into something like the Suicide Squad too, going into something like the Suicide Squad, you think it's best you go in knowing, especially based on the first film, that anyone could die at any point. No one's really kind of, as we find out later on, no one's really unkillable. No one's really kind of too essential to for the plot to carry on in like a living way. So because that, I think James especially, I think he just kind of he nails the execution. He nails the killing. Like especially in the first 10 minutes, the amount of people that we end up losing is just it's just so surprising and so kind of jaw-dropping, but it's just it still somehow works. It still somehow works, and it's you know what? I'm almost annoyed, like with some people, I actually would have liked to see more screen time with them. But then again, it's you know what? It makes sense. It's the Suicide Squad, so it makes sense. It makes sense, and he actually does it in a sensible way, not in just a. I mean, I guess there could be some element of killing people just for the sake of it, but then at the same time too, it really ties in so well to the story that then you still kind of, even if you're annoyed, it's I'm annoyed, but it still makes sense. It's not just we're gonna kill people and have fun with it. But I mean, it's not just that, but it's also these people really, they kind of have to die for the story to go on from here, so they can actually focus on the more pivotal characters and focus on the characters that they actually have an idea of how to move forward with them and stuff. So it really works. It really, really works. Yeah, the music was really good. I think I didn't really mention in the pre-spec in the pre-spec because I kind of almost forgot that James Gunn was directing it. But then as I went into it, I was like, oh yeah, wait, no, James Gunn directs this. I think I was James Gunn. I think previously I think in terms of superhero stuff previously, to my knowledge, he's only directed. What I'm aware of he's directed is the Guardians of the Galaxy trilogy and everything. Upcoming trilogy 3 is coming out soon. So with that one, with Guardians, he's shown so clearly he can easily handle team movies, and he can really kind of create them and market them and then deliver them in a way that's actually appealing to an audience. Like, like no matter what your genre is, even if you're not a fan of superhero movies, I think there was, I think like there were quite a lot of people actually before Guardians 1 came out saying like, wasn't really too big of a fan of superhero movies, but then Guardians of the Galaxy actually made them love it in some way. Like they found something they could enjoy. They really they were introduced to the genre in a much more appealing way. And stuff, so he really made it work. Because I think Guardians, he's done great work with the Guardians of the Galaxy, but then I think it, like with this movie, it seems fair to say that Guardians definitely prepared him for handling something on a much larger and much more kind of gripping scale. Because I think, no offense to Guardians, but this movie, the Suicide Squad, has gripped me and enticed me and entertained me so much more than either of the Guardians of the Galaxy movies. I still love the Guardians of the Galaxy movies, but the Suicide Squad for me is just like on a whole other level. Like I don't remember being this entertained, being this emotional, being this kind of joyful after watching like a team-based superhero movie as well. Like, the X-Men movies have been okay for me in the past, and Fantastic Four has been okay too, and Guardians and Avengers has been big and it's been emotional too. But then the Suicide Squad too is like, the Suicide Squad is like what I like is like how I would expect to feel after a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I don't think I've ever actually been this energetic or this pumped or this kind of satisfied coming out of like Guardians, which again isn't to say it's bad. It's just like this is Guardians but tenfold. So James Gunn really went all out with the Suicide Squad, and I think he really wasn't afraid to either. I think with this one too, with DCEU, I think DC as well. It's they're not typically as family oriented. Like they're not typically as family oriented. Like they have their family properties like Shazam and on occasion like Wonder Woman and maybe even Superman, but then stuff like Batman, the Suicide Squad. I think anything else they might have coming out. I think maybe Black Adam. I've heard Black Adam is going to be quite dark and heavy. So I think they have their family oriented stuff, but then they have the other stuff with like this, which is not meant to be. It's not meant to be seen for kids. But if kids do watch it, then hey ho, what can you do? But with this one, he fully delivers on like an R. I'd be highly surprised if this wasn't R-rated. I'm pretty sure this is R-rated, and the R rating is very, very visible and apparent and noticeable throughout the entire movie and stuff. So yeah, it's got like an appropriate amount of like mature language, and the gore. My God, the gore was so good. Like, it was actually so good. Like, I think because for me, gore has never really bothered me. Gore has never really kind of bothered me in. No matter what property I'm viewing it in, like if it's like a horror thing or if it's just like a superhero action, like even in The Boys, like gore has, it's made me reel back in shock. But it's I've never really felt sick to the stomach or anything like that. So I think it's like this gore, like the gore in this supersedes anything the previous Suicide Squad tried to do or did, and I think with that one it still seemed pretty softcore. But with this one, it's like some of the gore accurately and actively surprised me, like how far they were going, what kind of gore they were showing and stuff. Like you got Nanaue munching on people and not being afraid to show their brains falling out, and bullets and stabs and or like any injury produces gore in this movie. Literally any injury, and I think it makes sense to think these are not simple kind of street level fistfights. Like these are people with weapons and powers and semi powers and weapons and stuff actively going for like lethal kind of kill shots and everything. And so they're actually showing that these people know how to kill and they are here to kill. So that resistance camp fight scene, it wasn't even a fight scene, it was literally just elimination. That was elimination. There was little to no actual fighting, just elimination in that one. So that one was just so good to watch. The gore in this, like Starro as well, the scenes inside the Jotunheim laboratory too, Starro, the people sorting out, that kind of gore, and even the guy who actually had his face kind of chewed off and melted off because of the starfish kind of face hugging him and everything, that kind of thing was surprising. But damn, the gore in this, the visual effects in this, the gore as well as the visual effects in this were just monumental. So. And I think this was also directed, but yeah. But I think that this might have also been written by James Gunn too, written and directed. So it's it's actually it's from his mind, the story itself is from his mind too. So just further proof that he knows what he's doing. I don't know how much of a writing hand he got with Guardians. I think either both of them, or maybe just the sequel. If Marvel saw how good the first one did, then maybe they gave him an input hand in two as well. Maybe both of them. I don't know how much writing until he got in that one. But I think with this one, like this one is actually written and directed by James Gunn himself. So he delivers. He fucking delivers. He fucking well delivers on this one. So all the more reason for a sequel. All the more reason for a sequel with this cast, with this exact cast list. So yeah. But yeah, we did have Dead, right? Like 10 minutes into the movie, we did have Dead. We did have a Dead, like a hit count. Savant, we lost him almost immediately. So I mean, he retreated, like after seeing the madness that was, going on in the on the beach. He retreated, and then that was desertion. So naturally, then Waller had to blow up his head and do that thing. And honestly, I get the same vibes from him that I do from Slipknot. I think his name was Slipknot. I think Slipknot or Slingshot. I think it was Slipknot. I think it was Slipknot from the first. Slipknot on the first one. He was said to be like, he was actually hyped up, and I think fans were really excited to see him. He was hyped up to be one of the more talented characters on the team. And then he tried to escape, and then he got his head blown off. I think he got like 5 or maybe 10 minutes at push of screen time. So I think Slipknot and Savant get the same treatment in this kind of franchise. So, yeah, so Savant, we see his skills in his own kind of little four-walled kind of outdoor cell, pretty much, and he kills a bird. That's it. He only ever gets to kill a bird, and then later on, karma comes to feast on him in the form of the same species of bird later on. But then he retreats, and then his head is blown off. So I think in that one too, because I think even in the first one we got like a distant shot of Slipknot's head being blown off, like a distant kind of silhouette shot. But with this one, we actually see his brain matter just spreading off amongst the thing. Again, visually speaking, James Gunn is not afraid to go into gore, to go into detail with the gore, and to actually show you, oh, this is a bit of brain matter. This is a pool of blood, and this is blood and guts and everything else. So yeah, Savant goes. And then we had Blackguard, Pete Davidson's Blackguard. I think he betrayed them. He actually betrayed them. He sold them out to the Corto Maltesian army. And Corto Maltese as well, I think that they're involved in this. I think Corto Maltese, I'm only really familiar with them too from Arrow. I think with Arrow, Malcolm Merlin had a residence there that he kind of stayed at, and then he also, like, when Thea went to live with him, he trained her in Corto Maltese too. She actually went to take a somewhat of a league style kind of sabbatical over there. So I think that's the only way I'm familiar with them. But Corto Maltese was a more prominent location and culture and government and people in this movie, so that was cool. But then Blackguard actually sold the team out to the Corto Maltesian army, and he literally got his face blown in. I think that shot kind of surprised me too. I thought maybe he'd just get kind of riddled with bullets or one headshot to the thing, but no, I think it looked like a semi-shotgun blast that just kind of left his face damn near unrecognizable, and then he just collapsed into the floor. So he was ended pretty much immediately. So there was him. I think Weasel's one. Weasel's one took me out the most. Weasel's death took me out the most easily, because I was like, as soon as he fell, because I think the others fell with some sense of style and control of entry in their bodies. I think, but Weasel, he's literally flapping around, he's screaming, he just crashes into the water, and then he's still wagging around in the water. So I was like, okay, chances are Weasel probably can't swim. But then I was like, oh my god, if Weasel actually ends up drowning and we don't get to see him at all, then that's gonna be a piss take. And then surprise, surprise, that's exactly what happens. We lose Weasel to the water. We lose Weasel to water in his lungs. So no Weasel whatsoever. No Weasel. And then to add insult to injury, he wakes up at the very end of the movie and then waddles off into the forest. He missed everything and he still survived. Weasel missed everything. He died to water. Which isn't like an impossible way to die, but still, he died to water and a lack of swimming ability, and he still survived. Of all the people that could have survived, Weasel still survived. Wow. Weasel, of all people, he still survived. So, not nearly as bad as who else survived. But yeah, Weasel still survived. So yeah, Boomerang, we lost Boomerang to an OG member. Boomerang, we had to say goodbye to Boomerang, and even Harley was shocked to see him die too. I think he was splintered to hell and back. He was actually absolutely splintered by wooden kind of sticks and stuff to hell and back. And then I think he died in the helicopter explosion. The helicopter came crashing down and exploded, and then he died in that one. So we had to say goodbye to Boomerang. So that's another OG member gone, so that's kind of tough. I think he didn't really hit me as much because I was like, oh no, Boomerang's actually gone. Like it surprised me and it shocked me, but I was like, but then like it was during a more hectic scene where everyone was dying. So I think he was easily, like, his death was easily treated as like one in like a bucket. Like he was picked off just like everyone else was, so like it wasn't really giving much time to actually process it or react to it as like an actual kind of OG kind of member death, like the one later on down the line. And that one also was a lot less emotional in the sense that he was just caught in he was literally caught in the actual hellfire. He was caught in the fire. He wasn't really doing anything kind of noteworthy. Like he took out some guys with like a boomerang. He took out one guy's head, and then he actually took out like half of another guy's head, so his brain ended up being. I swear, some of these deaths ended up looking like Mortal Kombat fatality. I think so. Like some of these deaths, honestly reminded me of like less brutal and less detailed Mortal Kombat fatalities. Like honestly, like reminded me of some of those. So yeah, but he still got he still got 2 deaths in before he bit the dust himself. So rip to Boomerang. And then Mongol too. We had barely anything from Mongol. She took like a running jump onto the helicopter, and then she was swung about, and then she got crushed and burned under it. So barely anything from Mongol. I think first 10 minutes, some people get some good kills in, and some people get some noteworthy kind of accomplishments before they die, and others are just kind of picked off just at random too. So it's like it's very clear who matters in the story and who really doesn't. Like who's. It's very clear who is the Suicide Squad and who is Team 2. The Suicide Squad are the people who actually die first and foremost, but then Team 2 is like Team 2. My heart and soul, except Peacemaker. Except for Peacemaker, Team 2 has my heart and soul kind of dedicated to them. So just incredible stuff, just absolutely incredible stuff. But yeah, Mongol died, Savant, Javelin as well. Javelin died, and then he passed his torch in the shape of his javelin down onto Harley as well, and she just kind of she was very, very confused at his sudden death, like asking what she was carrying it for, because he never actually finished a sentence. So there was that one, and then TDK, Nathan Fillion's TDK, like not the Dark Knight, but the detachable kids. I mean, we only saw him detaching his arms. We only really saw him detaching his arms from his shoulders upwards, and he wasn't really kind of able to do much with them except for like some slapping and some grabbing and stuff. But then his arms started getting shot up, and then he was writhing in pain. So TDK, he did what he did, and that's what matters. So yeah, that was the Suicide Squad. So yeah, and then yeah, we meet Team 2. I think the time jumps in this were actually pretty fair, somewhat well paced, except for one of them, which kind of not that it was bad, but for me personally, it kind of took me away from the moment too soon. But the time jumps were fairly well placed, and like the title cards were so artistically crafted too, and so really well shot and designed. So those were cool. But yeah, we meet Team 2. Robert Dubois, Bloodsport. Idris Elba's Robert Dubois, aka Bloodsport. He was trained to kill as a child. He had a horrible childhood. He was trained to kill. His father was a mercenary himself. Don't know if he was Bloodsport 1 or something else, but his father was a mercenary too, and then his father trained him as a child to kill and stuff. And his former and he was also very abusive, very kind of abusive. Like not just with the fact that he punished, but also his methods of punishment too. Like I think he said that his father punished him by locking him in a crate for 24 hours, a crate full of hungry rats, and that's where his kind of fear of rats actually comes from, and stuff. So like he had some incredible growth. He had some incredible growth in this movie. Like Idris Elba is just like a phenomenal actor. I think he's been equally amazing in various other things before, both large-scale products and indie products as well, but he is just such a versatile and such a fluid kind of actor, and he very rarely disappoints in what he's in, and he was terrific as Heimdall. He's terrific as Heimdall in the Marvel universe and stuff. So with this one, he's stepping it up a notch as like a uber cool kind of human kind of anti-hero kind of person. So yeah, and I think with this one, I think similar enough Deadshot vibes that he reminds you of it, but then I think Bloodsport himself, Robert Dubois himself, is crafted to be such a unique and such a kind of organic and kind of, such a kind of like an original kind of character, so well done in both the writing and the acting. It's just like, you roll with it, you really roll with it. It's like you don't really, you're reminded of Deadshot at times, but then it's like that's not even the focus. It's like, this guy reminds me of Deadshot with his skills, but with his character, he's still so completely kind of original and honest and kind of self-owned and everything. So Idris and James Gunn really work well together in that regard, and actually making you feel for this character and actually making you want to see something good out of him. And some of this, especially his origins of there's nothing good in him. He loves his daughter in a way that he wants her to stay away from all of this. He doesn't want to be involved with her because he knows that being involved with her will bring nothing good to her and it will bring nothing good to him. And he so solemnly believes that because of what his father did to him as a child, there's no good left in him to share with anyone or to instill anyone. So then he believes that being far away from him, being far away from the prison and anyone like him, is the best thing possible for his daughter to do. So then he, that kind of prison phone call scene where they're just kind of having like a yelling match with each other. His daughter got busted for actually trying to steal she put like a TV watch. I can't remember exactly what she stole, but I think she said it's like a watch that you can watch, it's a watch where you can watch TV on it too. So it sounds like a smartwatch, like those Apple TV smartwatches you can get. So she tried to steal that, and then she got caught. And then obviously for her, it's knowing what her dad is, then she got kind of taken down that path in life. And then her dad, being her dad, he's more disappointed that she got caught. I mean, in his words, he's disappointed. He's disappointed that she got caught trying to steal something so fucking stupid. So as a TV watch, so it's very different kind of very different mentalities and kind of spirits kind of bouncing off each other too. So she's disappointed that he couldn't be better, or that he couldn't really care about her in the way that he's supposed to as a dad, and as a father too. And then he's disappointed. I think he is disappointed in himself that he can't be good, but then he's also he so strongly believes that he can't be good, to the point where he believes that it's better for her to actually be far away from him and to not really have any contact with him. So yeah, and then of course he's drawn further into the Suicide Squad business when when his daughter is threatened by Amanda Waller with actual kind of prison sentence to I think it was to, where was it? I think Bell. Well, I had it written down somewhere. Where was it? Back. I think Belle Reeve. I think it was Belle Reeve. Yeah, Belle Reeve. The same prison he was in. But I think I think the Suicide Squad members must be in a more kind of more specialized department of the prison, like a more specialized wing where they deal with these kinds of criminals that Amanda Waller wants to actually kind of pluck at will for various black ops missions. So then for her being 16, I think in some states, like she mentioned, in some states she can actually be tried as an adult, and then if that happens, then she gets a full-on prison sentence, and then Waller can arrange for her to be sent to Belle Reeve, where she really won't be. It really won't be like an actual kind of appropriate prison kind of experience for her or anything. So then she threatens him. So then the fact that he goes in just to avoid his daughter being sent to prison at all kind of goes to show that he does love her, but in a way that he wants nothing to do with her because he believes that that's what's best and everything. So very, very different to Deadshot. Deadshot actively wants to be a part of his daughter's life and he wants to try and do good, but then there's the other part of him that does do all this stuff, and his daughter is aware of it, and his daughter, like Deadshot's daughter, is a lot more kind of caring and free-spirited, and she's a lot more kind of supportive of him trying to do the right thing and everything. So very, very different stories, very different characters, and both are kind of enjoyable. I think with this one though, we get slightly more kind of heart and soul that kind of entices us into actually believing in them and actually wanting to see them both kind of get the best that out of the situation that they actually can. So it really works. It really, really works. And then of course we meet Nanaue, and I think King Shark is what they call him. I think Wallace still didn't hesitate to call him King Shark or anything like that. She did still she did still say that's like a code name, but then his actual official kind of more kind of organic name is Nanaue, and I think she mentioned he's descended from the shark god. I think like in some cultures they have like a shark god or something, and then he's a descendant of them, or like a descendant of the shark god if there's one singular one. So with this one, yeah, Nanaue was so good. And it's just saying so good. It's just that's an understatement. Nanaue easily a highlight of this movie, easily a highlight, and he's just so. He's so deadly yet so warm. Like he has no friends, so then he has no trouble eating people who are not his friends, but then he has no friends that he knows of, so then he just goes on eating people. So then, like him, that friendship between him and Cleo, I did not need my heart warm. I mean, you know what? My heart was warm. Let me just put it that way. My heart was warmed. It was fed. It was fluttering. It was such a sweet and such a sweet and endearing kind of scene, like Ratcatcher going up to a shark that's known for killing people and tearing them apart with his bare hands, and then you're like, you know what? If you've never had friends before and you wouldn't eat people who are your friends, well, we're your friends now. At least I'm your friend now. Her already being so in tune and in synchronization with animals already, she's not afraid of King Shark. She's already kind of wary of him. She is willing to actually go with him, shake some hands, has a very, very kind of strong and bulky handshake and everything. So that scene was just so sweet to watch, and just her being open, her not being afraid of him. Because then, I also don't really get the feeling that Nanaue knows he's actively killing people. Like he eats because he's hungry. He eats because he likes the nom nom. Like Sylvester Stallone as well. He did a great job. Like I think I am equally. I think it's because he actually had more words in the story. I think I was pleasantly surprised by how good Vin Diesel was as Groot in Guardians, but then even then he only really had 3 words, and granted he had to actually translate them into other languages too, but then he still only had 3 words. But with this one, it's Stallone actually has a few, not a lot, but he still has a few different words here and there. He has more of a variety with his dialogue than Groot ever did. So because of that as well, I think he really passes it off as a really good thing. Sylvester Stallone, honestly, I don't know when it was, but at some point I forgot Sylvester Stallone was actually voicing Nanaue. I just forgot who the voice actor was, and I just completely blended into that kind of voice and into the dialogue and into the character's kind of presence and everything. So I think Sylvester Stallone absolutely blew it out of the park with that one. And stuff. So I think Nanaue, I feel again he eats because he likes to eat. He eats because he likes to eat. He does get angry. As we saw when he actually took down the general of the army. He does actually get angry when you aggravate him, which is natural for any animal. But then again, he's not really aware of any friends that he does have. He doesn't even know if he has friends. So then he just eats his way through people and through things. So he just eats without really knowing that he's actively harming someone and stuff. So I think they really succeeded in making him a lovable character that you're kind of nervous, you're nervous surrounding in the sense of how he might be treated or how he might be seen, but then also what he can do without realizing, what he can really do without realizing that he's actually doing something harmful. At least with his teammates. If he's going up against enemies, then he knows he's actually meant to kind of defeat them and everything. So yeah, Nanaue is just such a cool character. But then even as a character, he's really kind of really open and caring and heartwarming to see. And that scene with the fishes too. That scene with the fishes in the fish tank. He's making new dumb fish friends in the tank and everything. And he's really kind of really giddy and jumping and smiling and everything. And just King Shark, Nanaue, he is to be protected. He is to be protected. He is fearsome and he is deadly, but at the same time, he is to be protected. He is to be protected at all costs. So Nanaue was super duper cool. And then easily next to Harley Quinn, I mean, you know what? I really can't narrow down favorites. I think that's one of the things I love and hate about this movie. The fact that I can't narrow down any favorites because the select few characters that I really do favor, they're just like, there's the default where they're all equal and good in their own terms and on their own strengths and on their own qualities, but then it's like, I really just can't pick a favourite. I really can't. But then if I had to pick one, next to Harley, it would be Ratcatcher 2. Ratcatcher 2 took my heart, she took my soul, she took my damn breath, she just Ratcatcher 2, Daniela Melchior, just... God, I need to get a Ratcatcher pop. I need to update my shelf again. I need to get a Ratcatcher 2 pop. I need to. I will not be able to live or breathe until I get a Ratcatcher 2 pop or like an action figure or something up there to signify her strength and her qualities and her importance to this movie and to the story and to the universe. Just Ratcatcher 2 was just phenomenal. Ratcatcher 2 was phenomenal. Cleo Carzo, I think her name was Cleo Carzo. She was just phenomenal. Also, I think she herself. I'm not really sure what she did to be a criminal, or what she did to end up in prison. I think even her father wasn't really a criminal either. I think like they both lived homeless on the streets of Portugal too. So I think unless like homelessness there is like a crime or something, or unless she actually did something else to end up in prison, I might have to go back and check. But either way, she was a member of the Suicide Squad. I think her father was Taika Waititi too. Ratcatcher 1 was played by Taika Waititi. I did not see that one coming. That was a super cool tidbit. Her father was played by Taika Waititi, and yeah, a super emotional backstory. He taught her how to summon the rats. I think they actually made like a torch. I mean, both of them by their nature were really kind of natural and caring and kind of like connective people. Even their personalities and even their kind of vibes and their kind of attitudes towards the world were connected with the rats. They didn't necessarily connect with the rats to use them or to weaponize them or to do anything like that, but it's just they connected to the rats. They grew up on the same streets and in the same environment as the rats did, so they naturally kind of connected to them, and they kind of like befriended them, and they're kind of on that same kind of wavelength with them because of that. I think he actually built the torch that she uses to that he passed on to her, presumably, to actually communicate with them and summon them and get them to do stuff. So she was easily like the saving grace. Like Ratcatcher 2 was the fucking saving grace of this movie, and she must be respected and acknowledged and recognized as the badass that she is. She was beyond phenomenal in this, and Daniela Melchior just. I think it's fair to say I have a new DC crush. I really have a new DC crush. So Daniela Melchior just blew it out of the park. She really nailed this role. She really nailed this character. She really made you care about her. So similar to Idris Elba, and even her character had some flawless and beautiful chemistry with Idris Elba too. So she just really kind of I think they teased us a bit with like the one scene that really kind of got to us in the movie. I think they really did a good job of actually teasing us with that in the trailer. But then with the movie, it goes so much far beyond that scene, and it just kind of goes in different ways too. And yeah, she just kind of like she is that person. I think, and again, it's like I think it's hard to imagine her as a criminal in that kind of sense. And it's like I think it goes to show that criminals are not always criminals because they do like immoral or unethical things. It's just maybe sometimes they do things that, in the eyes of society and in the eyes of the government, break the law somehow. But then deep down, they are actually good-natured and good-willed people, which is very much the case of Ratcatcher too, which is very much her case. Like she is not inherently evil. She's not inherently bad. She just has like a pet, Sebastian. Don't even get me started on that fucking rat, Sebastian. I want to get a pet right now. I really want to get a pet. It's not going to be nearly as cool as having Sebastian, but I really badly want to get like a pet rat now and raise it and have I just have fun with it and teach it to do cool tricks. Just Sebastian and Cleo. I did not ask to be emotionally it's too much. But Sebastian and Cleo, a duo for the ages. Sebastian and Cleo are a duo for the ages. They are a duo for the ages, and I will not be taking arguments. I will not be taking any arguments. So Sebastian was equally amazing. He was so friendly. He was always constantly going up and saying hi and trying to say hi to his growth, like the growth between him and Bloodsport. From beginning to end, is easily one of my favorite parts of the movie. Like the way Bloodsport grows with Sebastian. even Cleo pointing out that Sebastian being Sebastian, him being friendly, him being open, him wanting to actually make connections, that like he senses some good left in Bloodsport that Bloodsport refuses to see and refuses to accept, but then by the end of it, that connection is there. So yeah, Sebastian was amazing, and even when they go in, even when they go into that nightclub and actually get drinks and everything, Sebastian himself, he wants a drink too, and he gets a giant glass by himself to dip his head into and drink away from. So, and the one good thing Peacemaker did was actually getting a drink for Sebastian too. So yeah, Sebastian and Cleo, just thank you, James Gunn. Thank you, Daniel Amelchior, for giving us that duo. Thank you for giving us Sebastian and Ratcatcher too. That was just beyond incredible. Then we had Polka Dot Man too. And he was super fun. And I'd say I loved him almost as much as I loved him a lot. But I didn't almost as much as Ratcatcher 2. Polka Dot Man was just such a highlight of this movie. He was so good. David Dastmalchian. Just every actor in this, I keep saying this, but every actor in this nailed the job that they were given. Every actor in this nailed the role they were given. They did what they were meant to do, and they made you love them for it and stuff. And in some cases, even hate them. But I think, for the most part, they really made you love them. Polka Dot Man, he had an equally kind of traumatizing kind of childhood, and he still managed to produce some good from it. He still managed to do some good from it, and he just, he was amazing. I will say again, I think I did not see the polka dots growing on his face and in his head, because it was even in his hair. You could see some kind of shining kind of glows from his hair, so the thing was going with his hair. So seeing that kind of the air polka dots growing out of his face, that really made me super uncomfortable to actually see that, because I don't know what it's called, right? I know there is trypophobia, where you have a fear of seeing circles and holes and things. I think that kind of thing, it doesn't irk me as much, I would say, but this kind of thing with stuff growing out your face and little balls and seeing the polka dot thing, that made me really uncomfortable, because then when I see that kind of stuff, I just almost as a reflex, I imagine that same thing happening to me, and it just makes me kind of shrivel up and cringe, and it just makes me kind of really feel really uncomfortable. So seeing that on Polka Dot Man was really kind of shocking and really kind of surprising, and it just made me kind of cringe and everything. But it's an interdimensional virus. It's an interdimensional virus that he has, and he has to actually kind of take some distance and then actually unleash the polka dots into the kind of free space to get rid of them and everything. So yeah, but his mother was a scientist at Star Labs. His mother was a Star Labs scientist, and I mean, when you see his mother too, it's like she's not really even dressed as a scientist. I think his trauma is so severe that he literally, I think maybe even possibly by default, he sees his mother everywhere around him, but then he also can kind of somewhat control it to actually be more visible when he needs to kill someone, because then, seeing his mother makes it easier for him to kill them, because then he hates his mother to that extent. And then, his mother was a Star Lab scientist, and I think from childhood, she tried to turn him and his siblings, him and his brothers and sisters, into superheroes, and through various experimentations, most likely. And then for him, it was him contracting, him gaining superpowers, but then also him contracting an interdimensional virus that fills him up with polka dots, and if they become too much, if they actually reach a boiling point, then they eat him alive. They literally eat him alive. So then in time, he has to actually try and expel them to get rid of them and stuff. So there's that. But then he lost some of his siblings to these experiments, and others are still alive. And then he sees his mother everywhere. He goes. I think his mother, whether or not she's dead or alive is unknown, but he sees it that childhood was traumatizing enough for him that he sees his mother everywhere he goes. So then he kind of has to control that to limit it to when necessary to actually kill someone or something. So yeah, Polka Dot Man, he was another saving grace of this movie. He did a great job with this, and he was phenomenal to watch. And in the end, his sacrifice surprised me. His sacrifice actually really surprised me. It wasn't even much of a sacrifice. His death really came out of nowhere. His death really kind of, he was just randomly, he was in the midst of celebrating the glory of being he was in the midst of celebrating the glory of becoming a superhero finally after all these years, and then Starro kind of took that glory away from him by squashing him like at the very last second. So Polka Dot Man's kind of sacrifice definitely took me by surprise. I mean, again, not even much of a sacrifice, just like a death out of nowhere. So that one really took me by surprise. But regardless, Polka Dot Man, he was. I would happily swap Polka Dot Man for Peacemaker. I would happily, maybe even Weasel, but definitely I would happily swap Polka Dot Man for Peacemaker. I could care less about Peacemaker at this point. I would happily swap Polka Dot Man for Peacemaker. That's how much I actually loved his character and would want to see more. So yeah, Polka Dot Man was just phenomenal. He was phenomenal. And then we had Peacemaker. Who I loved right up until the very end. Up until the very end, when his true colors and his true missions and objectives were revealed, I really loved him. I mean, I say I loved him. I really enjoyed him. He seemed like a really funny character, and his character, like his personality, really blended well with Bloodsport's too. Like they really got along, and then his skills were also really admirable. Like his pistols and I mean, I know it's because John Cena himself is naturally kind of really buff, but then he like I think with Peacemaker too, it's like they actively make him look like a super soldier too. So I think I don't know if it was actually mentioned that he underwent some kind of super soldier experimentation, or if he was just kind of like if he was just naturally that well built, or what it was. But either way, he he looked buff enough to be passed off as super soldier. But then he was Peacemaker, and I think again I think from the beginning his he made it clear that he was designed and he was born and he was very much willing to follow orders from the beginning. He made it clear. So I feel like that alone was felt like some sense of foreshadowing for who he might become later. But then it's not until his true colors are revealed that you find out just how thorough that kind of willingness to complete the mission really is. Like he is willing to follow orders no matter what it takes. Like even if he has to kill it, as we can see, even if he has to kill his own team members to do it, then he is all the more willing to do that. So then his willingness to follow orders, I feel like is understandable. It's understandable and kind of a lot less kind of a lot less kind of dangerous to begin with. But then as it evolves, as we find out more and more about how the story is unfolding and what's truly at stake here, then that's when we actually discover he's not just he is the ultimate weapon of the U.S. government, because he believes in following orders more than anything else. Like his ethics. If he has any ethics, or if he has any morals or moral code, then he definitely kind of ranks that lower than the importance of actually following the orders of the government and following the orders of those in charge. So that makes him the perfect soldier to actually get the job done. So yeah, Peacemaker was cool in this for a time being, and then he kind of went off the rails a little bit more, so that was that. And Harley, we saw Harley returning in this. We very, very swiftly saw Harley returning in this as she was meant to, and yeah, I loved her outfit in the beginning. I think that wasn't the pop I got. I think the only pop I could find at my local kind of was on the dress that she actually wears later on in the episode from the Luna guy and everything. So yeah, but her leather-clad outfit in the beginning was really great and really kind of suited and versatile and everything. So that was cool. But she returned and she was directly drafted onto the Suicide Squad, since she was such a kind of like an OG member, but also like a veteran. And I think especially for her, this being post Birds of Prey 2, I'm almost annoyed that we didn't really get any kind of Birds of Prey references in this either, because I think. Because even Boomerang asked her what got her into prison again, and she kind of just she kind of reduced it down to like a bank robbery or a car thing gone wrong or something like that. And then I wondered if she actually might reference Cassandra, or even her old crew that she her old / new crew that she formed in Birds of Prey. I wondered if she actually might reference them or mention them in some way, being like, oh yeah, Birds of Prey is still canon, is it still kind of in this, and is it still set after that? But then nothing. So it's I'm kind of annoyed at that. That would have been even a cooler way to actually show continuity in that sense too. But I guess it just wasn't in the cards for now. But no, either way, she still kind of referenced what she was doing and how she was and everything. So that was cool. But yeah, then I think Harley had like an interesting story and predominantly like an interesting story twist where she was actually ironically enough idolized by the court. I mean, at least like Luna told her that the people of Corte Maltese, and I think presumably even like the government of Corte Maltese actually idolized her in the manner of like actually idolizing her anti-American behavior. And I think that may well be a reference to Birds of Prey. That may well be a reference to Birds of Prey, like, because I think that would, because like Joker and Harley are known even publicly and even by like the news and the kind of society to be like the like they were known to be like Gotham's kind of most criminal couple and everything. So then I think with Birds of Prey being so heavily focused on her fighting back, not only fighting back against Joker and actually rebelling against Joker and actually cutting off that relationship, but then also like her and the Birds of Prey even then going on down to take down Roman Sionis and that whole crew of criminals and everything. I think her exploits in that movie alone might have been the reference that Luna was making. Like her anti-American behavior is actually taking down corrupt individuals and abusers and criminals and murderers and all these people, and also like to taking down people that Corte Maltese would also consider to be their most prominent and more notable kind of American enemies too. So I think like Harley Quinn taking down her own people in that way would have been considered anti-American too. So then because of that, they figure that they can actually use her in some way too. And I think like Luna undeniably found Harley attractive too. So then he I think he mentioned that his people wanted his people actually approached him about the idea of like an actual marriage to Harley Quinn. But then I think obviously upon meeting her, then he also kind of took a shine to her, which I mean no one can really blame him. But yeah, no. So then he actually had the idea of actually taking her out of her little kind of underground prison cell, and then actually dolling her up, giving her a nice dress, and making her look pretty and everything, and then actually inviting her to his mansion, and then giving her a great lunch and showing her the birds and everything, and then giving her a nice day. And then even at the end of that scene, he admitted that he actually it surprised him how attached he grew to Harley Quinn, and then he actually popped the question and everything. So then Harley immediately goes in, and they hook up and everything. So that was a thing that happened. So then I think that analysis of Harley's character was really interesting too. Like, I think they call her anti-American, but then it's like like what she does is going against corrupt individuals and going against abusive people and going against people who are bad in a very, very harmful and very, very kind of oppressive and kind of controlling way. So then, if that's what they view as anti-American, if that's what they view as American, then I think it really, really speaks volumes as to how they view their society as a whole. And it being written by James as well, it really kind of speaks volumes as to how kind of society how the world sees, those kinds of values too. So I don't know. Values. I guess values is applicable here in some sense. So, like Joker and Roman Sionis, like them two being powerful because of the way they are, because of who they are, because of what they are too. Like I think taking down like those people of those power levels to taking them down is a very very kind of notable kind of accomplishment as well. So that stuff is that stuff was interesting to watch. That stuff was definitely very interesting to watch. But then, in the end, she does kill Luna. In the end, and then I think that seems like her speech as well. I think I'm gonna have to go back and listen to her speech again, to actually get the full scope of it. But I think what she mentioned too was actually it was actually her kind of semi-apologizing for killing Luna, but then not doing it because then she knew that he really also being involved with the coup himself. He really wasn't the right kind of guy to be married to, or to actually help lead into like a new life or anything like that. So then and after that, she actually reminisced about just how bad her taste in men used to be, and how it's what she tells herself, but then it's also what other people tell her too. And I think I've come to appreciate that even more because of how much of a focal point it is in Harley Quinn, the animated series, and how much more well executed it is in the perspective between Harley and Poison Ivy too. So I'm really, because of that stuff, because of how much more she's actually exploring and how much more fluidly she's coming to that evaluation of her past. I'm hoping her future is a lot brighter, and I'm really hoping they bring Poison Ivy into the DCEU so they can actually have Harley and Ivy being in a movie together, actually canonizing Harley Ivy in the DCEU. If they give me Harley live action Harley Ivy, then my heart will implode. my heart will implode, and I will be, at peak happiness. I'll be at peak happiness and peak satisfaction when it comes to watching and consuming comic book stories and just like comic book movies as a whole. So, if this doesn't go to show that, Ivy is the woman for Ivy is the person for Ivy being the one who understands her and wants to liberate her and wants her to be at her very best and wants her to learn to appreciate herself and everything. And they would both easily appreciate each other and actually, be great together too. Like, it's only natural for DC to do a Harley and Ivy story in the movies too. So hopefully this spawns bigger and better things for Harley going forward. So I really do hope so. So yeah, but Harley in this movie just, I expected the best and I got the greats. I expected the best and I got the best and I got even more than the best at certain points too. So James Gunn and Margot Robbie really fucking delivered on that topic. So just hats off. And then we had the Thinker. Who was not. What was his name? Not Thaddeus. Clifford. I don't know why I thought of Thaddeus. I was going to say Thaddeus Kilgrave. I don't know why. Not Clifford DeVoe. It was not Clifford DeVoe. This was Gaius Greaves. So a very, very like a whole different identity who then took on the Thinkers. I think it's not. I think it's maybe like a different to mainstream canon, because of the fact that when DeVoe was mentioned in The Flash, people automatically jumped onto him being the Thinkers. I think that means that like the mainstream canon Thinker in the comics must be Clifford DeVoe. So then like as soon as DeVoe was mentioned, people automatically knew, oh, that's the Thinker. Like the Thinker is coming to the Flash. So then that one is Clifford DeVoe. So then Gaius Greaves either must be like an original name or like an original character taking on the Thinker, or it must be like the Thinker in like an alternate universe or something. He was a Thinker. I think again, like something. It took me a few shots to notice because I couldn't probably tell. But I think not tell. Like I couldn't probably really notice it. But I think what took me like a good few shots to actually recognize was that the nodes in his head look a little bit like sonic screwdriver has actually been jammed into his head too. So I think the nodes. I think even in the comics, like the nodes are a lot narrower and a lot smaller. Pardon me. They're a lot smaller and narrower and like a lot thinner as well, like actual electric nodes. But with this one, it looks like actual tools that have been jammed into his head. I mean, maybe for this one, that is what the case is. Like he actually literally took tools, or he designed tools himself, and he designed little instruments, and then he plugged them into his head. But I think it's like I think it's a subtle enough and really nice enough nod to like sonic screwdrivers from the Doctor Who universe. As well, like in terms of actual appearance and design and everything, and like they look big enough to be like the tops or bottoms of the sonic screwdrivers. I think it's like a nice enough nod to who he used to be and everything. But but those nodes look pretty damn big and pretty kind of well connected. So that was cool. But yeah, Gaius Greaves is thinking he was originally working for the Quarter Maltese government too. He was I think he was like a US-ish kind of scientist actually working for the Quarter Maltese government after they actually took charge of the whole kind of Project Starfish kind of Starfish kind of thing. So he was working with them. And then he was the scientist turned inside man for the Suicide Squad to actually use to get them into Jotunheim, and then to actually take out Starro as well. So yeah, he was cool. I think he didn't get as much screen time as I thought he would. I think he didn't get nearly enough screen time as I thought he would. But then I think what he did get was still pretty good. Like what he did get in the end was still pretty good and still pretty enjoyable. So I think like they did the best with him that they could. So yeah, he was still fun. And then yeah, we had Starro, Starro the Conqueror, as the Thinker called him later on, Starro the Conqueror. And yeah, I think story-wise, I think this movie really surprised me too. I didn't think it would go as kind of in-depth or as serious as it would, because I think, again, I can't remember too much from the first one, besides from it being like Enchantress being there. I honestly can't remember. I've watched it twice and I still can't remember if Enchantress lived or died, but I think Diablo died in the first one because he killed the brother and then he went out with the brother. But Enchantress, I can't remember if she actually lived or died, but then I think in the first one, Enchantress and the human host was actually the romantic interest for Rick Flag. So I think in this one she's just like not apparent, but she also there's no reference to like any kind of previous love life for Rick either. So there's that, but with this one, I think Starro had like, I think in the end, towards the end, Starro had like an even more kind of emotional kind of ending, like more of an emotional ending than I would have imagined as well. Like with what his last words were and what it was revealed that he actually was like him saying like, you know, he just he was happy. He was happy before he came to Earth. He was happy floating among the stars. But then U.S. scientists, I think the true colors that revealed is like, you know, Corto Maltese the Corto Maltese government are not the only bad guys here. The U.S. government are equally as bad, and arguably more so, because U.S. scientists discovered Starro floating among the stars, and then they discovered such a peculiar specimen and almost felt entitled, pretty much felt entitled to actually capture it and study it and perform experiments on it. And then in the end, because they messed around with Starro and tried to violate him, they then ended up actually paying the price too. So then I think with Starro, I think Starro like reproduces asexually too, like he actually kind of reproduces like millions of starfish from his own kind of organism too. So I think because of that thing, that kind of feels like it also ties into that somewhat feels like it ties into like his kind of maybe his I think maybe in kind of coexistence with his happiness and serenity flying amongst the stars in space, like I think maybe deep down, like if he actually does manage to find a planet, then he also is happy to call that planet home. So I think that's what ties into his kind of existence and his kind of dialogue, being like, you know, this planet is mine, like him saying like, you know, he wants to live on this planet, he wants to reproduce on this planet, he wants to actually be a part of this planet. So that's essentially what he's saying. But then deep down, it's like, you know, he was happy before the humans in space actually had found him. He was happy before he got captured. He was happy before he was used by them to conduct all sorts of other experiments. And then they even weaponized him too. They actually used a starfish to kill other people too. So the story got surprisingly heavy when it got heavy, and when the truth about Starro and the people who controlled him were revealed too. And even that scene between Rick and Peacemaker too was just fucking hard to watch. Like, I mean, kind of hard to watch, but also super emotional. I think that's when the differences between Rick Flag and Peacemaker come into effect. Like, you know, Peacemaker, that's when his true colors are revealed, and the full severity of his actual kind of his drive are revealed too. Like with Peacemaker, again, he's willing to follow orders no matter what, and he's willing to actually do whatever it takes to complete the mission, because to him that is more important than anything. But then Rick, he's a man with morals. Like Rick is still a man with morals, similar to Blood Spawn. I think that's why they got along so well in the army, and that's why they have like so much more of like a tighter history and stuff. So, you know, like Rick being Rick, like, you know, he believes in, you know, like after seeing what the U.S. government deemed necessary to do and what they did with the Corto Maltese government, like them sending innocent women, men, and children to their deaths simply for being, because like, you know, even Thinker kind of like outlined them as like, you know, journalists and political adversaries and other people who oppose the government in some way. So like even just instance of it who might have rebelled were sent to Starro to be kind of feasted upon and controlled and everything. So then, you know, him even kind of like enunciating, you know, these are children too. Like there were children, innocent children, who were sent to the teeth along with their families and along with their loved ones too, to actually face the consequences of whatever the government deemed them to be guilty of. So him seeing the truth behind that, and to make matters worse, him seeing that the U.S. government and even Waller herself were actually kind of, you know, were actually willing to go forward with this kind of thing, is just a whole other level of just like another level of actual darkness that he can't bring himself to kind of be okay with or to actually allow to exist. So then he makes it his own personal mission to actually release that information to the press and to actually kind of make the world know what's really going on behind the curtains. They're so comfortable keeping closed and everything. So Rick really had some growth in this one too. Rick really had some growth in this one. He has really come so far, and I think it's why I was so disheartened. I was so devastated. It literally brought me to tears. As you can see, it literally brought me to tears. I was so devastated to actually see that, you know, that Rick died. Rick actually ended up dying. That death took me out. That death really. I think it's because it's not even like it's not even meant to be a fun comical death like the others are kind of like that one was like an actual hand-to-hand fist fight. Like no superpowers, no weapon, no cool fancy weapons or anything like that. It's like just they're them literally fighting in an enclosed space. Them fighting over information that could save or destroy hundreds of lives and everything. And it's not meant to be like a fun, comical, gory death like the ones we've seen before. Like this one is like more emotional, it's more hard. I think it's a lot more grounded too. So this one, is actively it's Peacemaker fighting to maintain the kind of the order and the kind of the order and the security of the nation that he believes in, and then it's actually and so Rick fighting to do the right thing, fighting to actually reveal the truth and to actually save people this time. And then Rick, and then because of that kind of formula, Rick is the one that goes up because Peacemaker is arguably stronger, and he's also fighting harder to actually maintain to maintain his belief in orders and control and everything like that. He fights hard and he's a lot sneakier, and that as soon as I saw him reaching out to grab like a piece of broken ceramic, I knew, oh my god, he's gonna get hit. I thought he was gonna go for the neck. I thought he was gonna go for the neck and slash his neck out, and then he was gonna bleed to death. But no, he just goes straight for the chest, goes to the heart. And you see, I would have been able to take it a little bit more if they hadn't actually shown like a deeper X-ray shot of the ceramic digging further into his actual heart and plunging into his heart and his blood leaking out. So like that kind of the visual. I think the fact that the death happened, but stacked on top of that, like the visuals of the death alone actually took me out even more and actually made me even more devastated. I was like, oh my god, we're really losing Rick. He's been stabbed in the heart. There's literally no coming back from that, and this isn't Marvel, so we know we're not going to get like an Agents of Suicide Squad or whatever kind of crap. DC to pluck up out of that, but then again, this is meant to be a thing that he does not survive. So I think that's the point they make clear. Rick Flag is not meant to survive this movie. So goodbye to Rick. He had some incredible growth before he left, and he fought. He died fighting for the right thing. He died fighting for the right things. He died trying to do the right thing. So that makes him a hero more than anything else. So R.I.P. to Rick Flag. So that one really took me out. And I think combined with that too, it's like, how quickly the team goes from following orders to avoid death to then disobeying orders to save innocent people. And I think it's like the combined growth of so many different people. I think, like Ratcatcher 2, like Cleo's kind of her already kind of default goodness is amplified tenfold because she so badly wants to save more people and she so badly wants to actually do the right thing, and then she's almost afraid she might get killed by Peacemaker, but then Bloodsport kills him. And I think Bloodsport too, I got confused in that scene because I think I couldn't remember like who mentioned it, because I think one of them did mention using smaller bullets, but then I thought that one might be Peacemaker, because Waller Waller essentially marketed Peacemaker to be like a better version of Bloodsport. Like he uses smaller bullets and it cuts through the hole that your bullet creates. I thought, that might be Peacemaker's bullets, and I thought we might lose Bloodsport too, because Peacemaker has smaller bullets that cut through holes and stuff. But then no, Bloodsport had that bullet, and then that cut through Peacemaker's bullets and went straight in. So I think I don't know if they did like a last minute switcheroo, or if that was actually Bloodsport's thing all along, or what it was. But either way, that was a cool. That was a cool. I really wish he would have died. I really wish he would have died from that. But then, But then the whole situation, the whole story, like the way the Starro and the government corruption stuff rolls out. Like I think it really elevates like the whole cast in the end, and really elevates like the actual kind of goodwill and the drive to do what's right kind of motivations that each of the characters have and everything, and it really kind of uplifts everyone. And even the Office Squad, like the Office Squad had a really, really great development arc where they went from crafting a Deadpool and betting money on who would die first and who would die and when they would die. Like they went from a Deadpool to taking out Amanda Waller, because then even they saw that Starro has been unleashed. He's unleashing all these other mini starfish, and he's going to end up actually killing loads of innocent civilians. And the Suicide Squad are there. They have the ability to do something, but then Waller's calling them back, and then because Bloodsport says fuck it, and he leads everyone back into the heat of into the heat of battle, and then because he's disobeying direct orders that way too, and then Waller's about to blow his brains out. One of them just takes her out from the back with a pole and everything. I think that one. I think I vaguely remember her killing all the agents in the room in the last movie. So with this one, I think it's either going to happen off screen or she just might not do it at all. But that was definitely gross for them too. Like they literally went from betting money on who in the Suicide Squad would die first to then actually encouraging their kind of ensured survival and actually even giving them tips like, okay, go that way, this way is less infected, go that way, you can flank Starro that way, so actually giving them tips on how to survive and how to do the right thing. So the Office Squad really pulled through. The Office Squad, surprisingly enough, they really, really pulled through in the end too, so hats off to them too. But then, I think the kind of government secrets thing, like the government corruption thing, being the thing that actually, I think it's super ironic too, because I think again these are criminals that the government deems as criminals because they've either broken laws or because they've either broken actual laws and become criminals that way, or they've actually done something that the government doesn't like, and then because of that they then get deemed as criminals and then they get sent to prison. So I think the irony of of people who are mostly known to be criminals or known to be immoral in some way, then having the bigger guts than actually turning tail and actually trying to save people that the government have screwed over so tragically is easily one of my favorite things. I think that also might be one of the highest selling points of the Suicide Squad too. Like these are people that may or may not have inherently bad qualities, but then deep down most of them have some capacity to actually do good or to be good or to actually have some kind of redeeming factor to them. So with this one, it's like, ironically enough, the people that the government chooses to actually do their dirty work end up turning against them and actually end up doing a better job than them of actually keeping people safe. Because then the governments in this story just cared about control and power and oppression and ruthlessness. Like they cared about keeping their people in line in a way that they deemed acceptable. But then what the Suicide Squad achieved in the end was actually giving back democratic power to the government and to the people of the country too. So it's like that kind of twist and that kind of revelation is really, really kind of really uplifting and really relieving to see. So that kind of story is all like, even people that you're meant to believe are bad and you're meant to believe are ruthless and stuff like that. Like even in the end, they can actually be better than the governments who claim to protect you in the end. So it's like really like simultaneously on the nose, yet not so on the nose stuff either. So that kind of thing is really, really cool to see as well. And that was really cool to see. And even them actually using like an intergalactic starfish, even them using capturing and using an intergalactic starfish and exploiting its kind of own weapons and its own kind of biology against the people as well is like a really kind of close hint as to what they do with any power they can find. So it's like world governments are just not really good kind of people. Like world governments are not really made up of the best kind of people, and they will not always have your best interests at heart. So this story really, really nails that kind of element on the job too. So yeah. And I mean, again, it was teased in the trailer with the "I'm gonna get you out of here" and "I'm gonna get you out of here" kind of scene between Ratcatcher 2 and Bloodsport 2. It was teased in the trailer, but I think it really is kind of unarguably and understandably a lot more fleshed out in the movie itself when it's it comes to show that both of them are polar opposites personality wise and spirit wise, but then they both kind of end up growing towards each other because of their histories and because of who they are and who they want to be and what they are as well. So I think that kind of father-daughter dynamic being kind of expanded and filled out between them during the movie is a really, really heartwarming thing to see too. So that kind of stuff is just really cool to see, and it really works out for them in the end. So Blood. I think because that Bloodsport and Ratcatcher 2 had that much more of an interesting dynamic to actually watch and to explore and see as it unfolds. So yeah. Harley's escaping fight scene was it was artistic, it was creative, it was musical, it was beautiful, it was just such a glorious fight scene to see. To this day, I still catch myself going back to Birds of Prey to watch her warehouse and police station fight scenes and her using her acrobatics and her bat and her signature moves and everything. It's just so cool to rewatch. But then with this one, I'm going to be rewatching this one for days on end, and it's just so much more. I feel like it's so much more accurate in terms of gore to what Harley might be like her really bashing the door on the guy's face and using her kind of torn cloth to flip over knives and cut throats and everything, like her using her signature moves and her guns and everything to unleash chaos on the Corto Maltesian guards. It's just beauty. It's beauty. James Gunn and Margot Robbie and the cinematographers and the directors and directors like James Gunn, everyone involved in that scene, in that sequence, really knocked it out of the park, and they really delivered in giving us like something really beautiful and something really kind of Harley Quinn-esque, and also building off of what Kathy Ann kind of created and then produced in Birth of Prey 2, like that kind of movement and that kind of choreography and that kind of energy that Harley gives off in taking down people who mean to harm you and people who mean to harm others too, like her actually trying to fight back against oppressors and trying to fight back against, you know, forces of evil and everything, so like that kind of thing really works. And, you know, her escaping and her using the guns and her using her own kind of tools and techniques and everything is just really, really cool. So that kind of fight scene is just beyond beautiful to see. It's really, really beyond beautiful to see. And yeah, I think regarding Peacemaker, one thing that kind of confused me too, I think I didn't really mention it much in the actual reaction, but I think in my head I was thinking like, wait, if this guy dies, isn't there meant to be like an actual Peacemaker kind of series coming? I think like an actual episodic streaming series coming from James Gunn himself, like an actual Peacemaker series. I think I was wondering, like, wait, if he dies, is it going to be like a prequel or something, or is it going to be something exploring his past, or like a prequel or something like that? But then the post credits show that, you know, they still managed to rescue Peacemaker out from under the rubble. How they managed to secure and save his bullet wound thing, I don't know. But either way, they managed to actually take him out from under the rubble, and Peacemaker still survived. So I guess the series coming shows Peacemaker post the Suicide Squad. So it's going to be a series running on that. So I don't know how to feel. I mean, I think I enjoyed his character because I think his character was as his character was, and he was really enjoyable. And that's it. I think I didn't really like him in the sense that I couldn't really kind of, you know, like agree with him or what he did or anything like that. And he killed Rick, so I can never forgive him for that. But you know, he you know, I think, and I guess I might wait until some kind of trailer comes out, or some kind of news comes out about it. But for now, I'm kind of, you know, somewhat disinterested in a Peacemaker series. But again, I'll wait until some news comes out and see how it comes out. But then, given what we've already seen, what his character is like in this one, I can't really imagine that I'll like him or want to actually connect with him even more in any kind of future projects or anything. But then, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. But then, yeah, Peacemaker still survives. Peacemaker survives, and his series is coming soon. So yeah. And yeah, Ratcatcher 2 being the saving grace of this movie, her being the saving grace of this movie, saving everyone, actually doing the bulk of taking down Starro once and for all, along with, pretty much doing the bulk of it. I think, you know, her, you know, Starro's final take on "this city is mine," and her response being, you know, the city isn't yours, and it certainly isn't ours either, but the city is theirs, and her holding out that torch, that beautiful glowing torch, and summoning an entire army of rats. Like I love her. I love Daniela Melchior. I love Cleo. I know her name, Cleo Cazo. I love Cleo Cazo, if that is how you pronounce her name. I need to go back and check that. But I love Ratcatcher 2. I love Ratcatcher 2. She was that scene alone. She did the heavy lifting. And then Harley came into and actually plunged the thing into Starro's eye, and then now he tried to do his own thing too, and even you know, Pokemon. I think that final scene. I think the build up of that final scene is what really works too. Like that team being the last line of defense against between Corto Maltese and Starro, enacting destruction, Bloodsport actually finally turning into a leader and actually yelling out orders, Harley to the high ground, now a nom time. I think it reminds me of the Avengers scene. It reminds me of the scene from the first Avengers when Cap's calling out orders, telling everyone where to go and what to do, and then finally just Hulk smash, and he's Bloodsport telling that monster, nom time. That monster Starro is nom time. So then now it goes to actually start to chow down on some intergalactic starfish meat. So that happens, and then he comes out, assembling his own little sci-fi kind of gun that can unleash grenades or bombs or whatever, and he starts doing something. But then he assembles the team in their final hour of defense. He assembles the team, and he actually manages to do something good. So again, Idris Elba can do no wrong. So he just he absolutely nails it in that scene alone. And then of course again the final saving grace being Ratcatcher 2 summoning every last rat in Corto Maltese being summoned by Ratcatcher 2, and then even Bloodsport being the kind of deterrent of rats that he is. He just kind of crouched down with his hands over his head, and then he's actually letting the rats kind of crawl over him, and their little tippy tappy feet kind of scratching over him. as well, and then Ratcatcher 2, and I think that one obviously had the kind of heart pumping action of the rats all coming together to help save the city from Starro. But then of course like deeper in her mind, Cleo is remembering her father and him explaining to her that rats, because of like what they are and what they can do and what they've done in the past, and because of their nature, rats are kind of detested and despised and stuff, and because they're seen as the lowliest, most detestable creatures. But then, in times of need, they can come together. In times of need, rats can come together. They can actually do something good, and they can actually be valued and cherished. And for her, that's a memory of her father sharing something so peaceful and so beautiful about the rats that he's learned to communicate with and kind of coexist with and everything. And then he's passed that down, and then she is using those exact same teachings to help save the city. She's using those exact same teachings that he taught her, and the control that he taught her to actually the communication that he taught her to help save the city, using her rat buddies, and even Sebastian with his little red jacket and everything, leading the charge. Sebastian doing the whole Avengers Assemble thing, and actually leading the charge and leading them up against Starro too. It's just such a glorious scene. Ratcatcher 2, not even single-handedly, but she bulk-handedly saved the day. Her Polka-Dot Man did his thing until he was squashed and died, and then Harley did her thing. Now he tried to do his thing, Buzzsaw tried to do his thing, but then Ratcatcher 2 came in with her army of hungry and heroic rats, and she saved the day, and it's unforgettable. It's honestly unforgettable. So that was an absolutely beautiful moment that had my heart breaking and my eyes watering and just my cheeks hurting from smiling so much, and it was just honestly a beautiful, beautiful sight to see. So Ratcatcher 2, do not underestimate her, do not undermine her, do not slander her in any way. She really is just the one. She is the one. So I need to get Ratcatcher 2. I need to get a Ratcatcher 2 prop. I'm spitting everywhere, but I need to get a Ratcatcher 2 prop. I need to update my shelf, and I need to get a Ratcatcher 2 prop and put it right next to Harley and have that be that. So yeah, I need to have that happen. Ratcatcher 2 easily one of my favorite kind of DC heroes at this point now. One of my favorite DC characters overall, and I think I need to actually look into seeing what the Ratcatcher comics are like. I mean, if she's an original character, maybe if they've actually changed her character from the comics, then I'll still look into it regardless. But either way, easily one of my favorite DCEU characters as a whole now. So she's amazing. And I think we had like a little a cool tidbit on Jotunheim, it being like a former Nazi kind of science chamber too. And then I think he mentioned it was once the war ended that the Herreras actually found out, and then they killed every last one of the Nazis and then took the chamber for themselves. And then when the Starro stuff happened, they offered and they agreed with the US to actually keep it like a Black Ops kind of science experiment zone for Starro and for those starfish and everything. So Jotunheim is a cool name for a science thing. And I think Nazis, I think they were probably known to have some kind of interest in Norse mythology, at least in kind of movie interpretations. That they're probably known to have some interest in Norse mythology and that kind of technology. I think the planes were called like Valkyries or something, and then I don't know if that's exclusive to Marvel, but either way, Valkyrie in Marvel, and then in DC they had Jotunheim. So I think, and Jotunheim, the land of the frost giants too. So I can't place exactly what the correlation is, but either way, cool name and very, very deadly, disastrous place that's now crumbled to dust and rubble and ash and everything. So yeah, I think as of right now, those are the more predominant thoughts coming into my head for the movie. It's been incredible. This was an incredible experience. But I think similar to Black Widow, I also need an actual proper theater viewing, like a more private, more personal kind of theater viewing to actually properly consume and watch this movie for like a second time. So at some point that will happen, and maybe after that I will actually I will share any more thoughts or any further analysis I have on the movie. But for now, my God, this movie blew me out of the water. This movie blew any expectations I had for it out of the water. James Gunn and Margot Robbie, Joel Kinnaman, John Cena, Idris Elba, David Dastmalchian, Daniela Melchior, Sylvester Stallone, everyone involved in this until the very end. literally just hats off to you all. They all and Kathy Ann for inspiring the kind of sequel kind of formula that was actually able to be executed because of this. Everyone involved in this, just hats off to everyone involved in this, and hopefully they can actually get the green light to make another sequel and to actually hopefully produce more Harley Quinn sequels and do more great stuff like this movie. This was just beyond phenomenal. Easily one of my favorite superhero movies of the year, maybe even of all time. Maybe, just maybe. But yeah, I think I really do hope that this sequel gives the studio and any other future kind of DC filmmakers the confidence to go forward with more kind of similar material and even better material and everything. So hopefully we get something like that. But for now, this has been great. This has been really, really great. So let me know what your thoughts are. Let me know if you watch this at home or in the theaters, and what your kind of experience was and what your thoughts are and how much you and how you felt about this movie and how much you loved it and what you enjoyed about it and any other kind of theories or thoughts you have. But for now, this is it. For now, this is it. And I think I trust that those are the only thoughts. I'm hoping I've mentioned everything that I needed to mention. Again, just Ratcatcher 2, heart and soul of the movie easily. Tied in with Bloodsport. Ratcatcher 2 was easily the heart and soul of the movie, and then other standouts, included definitely Bloodsport, Polka Man, Harley, and everyone else. And just I think this movie was just executed in just in so many amazing ways, in all the ways it needed to be executed, and all the ways that they wanted it to be executed in. So they really delivered in making this the best movie that they could possibly make. So hats off. And I think this definitely makes me excited for Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. I think if this is what James Gunn can actually create for DC, then I'm definitely excited and intrigued, and also just a little bit scared for what Guardians of the Galaxy 3 may hold. So all in good time. But yeah, those are my official thoughts on the Suicide Squad. So my official movie reaction and thoughts on the Suicide Squad. So as always, thank you guys so much for being here, for watching this video. If you guys enjoyed it, then salt and burn that like button. Comment on what you thought of the episode and what you think is coming up next time. Comment on what you thought of the movie and any thoughts and analysis you have on this movie and what your experiences were watching this and what your thoughts were watching this and what you hope to see out of this movie besides from the Peacemaker series and everything. And if you'll be checking out the Peacemaker series, then let me know, and any other kind of future sequels or movies you want to be able to bounce off of this and everything. And once again, if you guys want the full-length reaction for this movie, then that one will be over on Patreon, so you can go check that out over there. And yeah, that is it. So I will see you guys next time.